Hi everyone.
Hi everyone.
Yeah, we just had this walk in this cute park. We're here in the south side of Carson City,
Yeah, South Carson City.
South Carson City, and I'm telling that because it's like a new area for us, and so we were just walking to a park, and because we were getting stuck at home trying to decide on a few things, and we're like, you said like Einstein when he
Yeah, what I remember reading was whenever Einstein would get stuck trying to figure out a problem or one of his equations or theories, he would stop and go out for a swim or a walk or take a nap, something basic, like effortless. He would let it go, and then actually the solution would easily just drop into his mind
yeah
instead of just trying to force through it or make something happen.
yeah
That wouldn't work.
Yeah, and so I was like, okay, after both of us felt like, let's go for a little walk. And then we were walking, and it just felt so idyllic with the sun, and there's a huge wind here, and then the green, and the geese, and the playing children. And then there was this guy playing like beautifully the guitar. And we were just walking, and then we saw this old camper van, and I was like, okay. And then I shared with you that I actually had a bunch of miracles happened to me, like shifts in mind that I hadn't shared. And I had this on Monday, I shared with Jean on the Shared Miracles show on Tribe of Christ. But I was actually holding back there because I had many more miracles to share. And also Jean felt it because she said like, okay, Natalie, I know, like hold your horses. I know you have many more things to share. And I was like, I do. But somehow I held back. And then, then we just got home. I was like, okay, let's just share.
Yeah.
Because we have been like moving around a bit, miles or kilometers wide, like not that much, but we have moved from different places to different places. So in the mind, I feel it doesn't really matter where you go, how far you go. You always meet like a part of your mind that needs some healing, and or wants the healing. And there was last 2 weeks ago, we the three of us and Jean's son, we went to Truckee, California. That's, I feel, a first miracle, to do a dog sit. And there were two amazing cute dogs, and they stole our hearts, and they both gave us so much lessons and so much love. And there was this one dog, she was like our ride or die, like she just was with us the whole time, and she could feel it when I was moving through something, and I could just hold her, and it was so beautiful. And she had a lot of energy, like I can have. And then there was Joe, like this cute old husky, older husky, and she had trouble like walking with her back leg, so she needed patience. And she could really lie down for the whole day. But then when we go on for a walk, she was like tick 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 tick, like walking and fully present and being there. And so that was like beautiful also to learn my patience with her. Like, okay, take it slow. And Truckee on its own was this magical place. Like, it was high in the mountains, lots of green, easy ride towards it. And then we got to spend beautiful days on the lake, Donner Lake, and we drove back through Lake Tahoe. But because we were there, and because it was so beautiful, and we only had 10 days, this huge tendency of me came up, like, and we were dog sitting and house sitting, so I felt so responsible. I was like, these dogs need to go out walking for 2 times a day. I want to bake this, I want to cook this, I want to clean this, I want to go there. Like, I had so many things that, and then I projected it on Nicolas, and I was like, you need to do this, we need to go there. Like, you said at one point that you felt suffocated.
Felt control, like
You felt control
because it was like, with all this coming at me, it's almost like a shutdown, or like, okay, I can't hear anything clearly in that.
Because even if I didn't share it, I felt I sent it. even if I didn't speak it out loud, like I still had that energy towards you, like
Your
don't
eyes
do
speak
this.
louder than words.
Yeah, and you had like some new hobbies you were trying to do, and I was like, but we need to go, we need to do this or that. Like there was a huge control, and even towards Jean, I started like I was like the one who needed to control everything, while she had it under control, and she's very beautiful and intuitive and calm, and she'll go from here to here and in her own pace, and you both can have that. And here I was like, oh, like going crazy in my mind in this most beautiful place ever. So I was like, at one point, I cannot do this anymore. And then when we had this talk where I expressed, oh, I feel I want you and I and us to do so much, and it's just so annoying to want all of that, and you sharing like I felt so controlled that I cannot even move around anymore. Then I was like, okay, I really want to do it differently tomorrow. So I woke up the next day, and we had an agreement that I would write down everything that as soon as I woke up, normally I would speak all these things to you, like, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to go there, I want to go there, let's go there, let's go this. And then it's not that there's anything wrong with it, but it's just, okay, let's pray on it, let's give it to the Spirit, like what is really a yes or a no. And for myself, I want to learn that, because I go crazy, there are not enough hours in the day. And I feel then so anxious. And so we woke up, I wrote it all down, and then I heard from the Spirit, you choose 2 things you're gonna do. That's it. Like, but I wrote down 16 things, so I was like, oh my God, okay. But I chose 2 things, and I think it was going on, they had e-bikes, and we really wanted to go on e-bikes. And there was another thing. And I really wanted for you to have like a bath. There was like a nice bathtub, and yeah. So I had all these things, but I only chose my 2 things, and I was like, the rest I just let it go. If it comes in, if it comes in. Otherwise, it's done. And then, yeah. Every time when I was trying to go forward, I just sort of leaned back, and like, okay, let's see what comes. Let's see what happens. Let's see what Jean brings in. Let's see what actually everyone in this house really needs, And I felt with me like pulling back, like breathing room came. Oh, I remember, and a call with my brother. And then sort of time expanded that, like we did, like normally in the morning I'm like, go, 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 but I didn't do that this time. We got to join with Jean, we got to do the lesson, and suddenly there was only 40 minutes left, but we were like, yeah, let's do the e-bike ride now and have fun and see how far we want to go with it. And then time expanded, and it felt like we were on the bike for hours. And suddenly I was like, oh, now I need to have my call with my brother. And then that was such a joyous call, and you joined in, and then it was 1 p.m. and like everything I wanted to conquer for the day was done, and I could just lay low and like let it unfold, whatever needs to unfold. And that was this huge miracle in my mind. I felt the whole day, because of my intention in the morning, it just like it unfolded, like it was like a present that unwrapped. So yeah, that was one miracle that I didn't share on Monday, that I feel is important to keep reminding myself of.
Yeah, like when we stop interfering with the Spirit's plan, the Spirit can actually like open up like the possibilities. And it's like actually, everything, at least everything that's helpful can happen. But that was a bit of my experience when there was so much like this or this or this or this or this or this or this. It's like, okay, I can fall into an experience of overwhelm, and then it's like nothing happens. It's like the desire for everything in that way leaves you with nothing. But if there's just an openness to the Spirit, then seemingly maybe a lot happens, maybe nothing, but it's like you feel fulfilled either way. Whereas the other one is more like almost a frantic, like fear of missing out, FOMO. And I think anytime we follow fear, missing out, lack, any of that, maybe there's a temporary pleasure at the end of it, but we just end up with more fear. Like, you get what you follow. So when we follow the feeling of joy, like the spirit, inspiration, you get more of it. You know, you receive more of it because that's what you're going towards. It doesn't matter what really happens in form, it ends up just supporting it. It's just a backdrop. And that's been a lot of our experience or teachings over the years. Form versus content. You know, there's a part of the mind that would have anyone believe that, like, if I just get this thing, or if I just do that thing, like the form, it's like, if whatever that, then I will feel this. So it overrides, like, whatever purpose or everything, the form, to try to get the experience, which might happen, it seems, but it's usually very temporary. However, if we focus on what is it we want to experience, like the content, the purpose, like, oh, I want a happy day, I want to have heart-opening experiences, I want joy, you know, that's not a form, that's an experience. Then I feel like the spirit, the world, everything can really convene to bring in the form that would help our mind experience that. But you know, that was a bit of this experience. And for me, on that day, it was like, it's like by us not bombarding or like focusing on the form, like all these things need to happen. Then actually, I mean, there was plenty of time in the day, whims came in, it was fun, wonderful, and I actually, like, from there, it was like certain fun things emerged for me, which was like, well, even going on the e-bike in the first place, I've always wanted to, and I've never experienced it. It was like, I don't know, it was a mind expansive experience. It's like, what is this, where I pedal a bike and it feels like I'm pedaling, but I'm going so much faster and it's kind of effortless. Like, it was mind expansive. And then after you felt complete, I actually had this inspiration to do a little more and actually go on some trails. And I was like, wow, I was having so much fun. So I had time to do that. And then come back, join you on the call with your brother.
Because I was just talking about you, so I was like, okay, let's switch the language from Dutch to English and involve you actually in, which was perfect. And
then there was even time, okay, I was on the call, and it ended, and then I had time to go and take a bath. And it feels funny to say it in this way, but it's like, wow, I haven't had a bath in like 10 years. You know, my whole time with the Living Miracles community, there was never like a bathtub. I had showers, but I never had like a bathtub. So it was like, oh my God, it felt so fun to just have like a bubble bath and, you know, have some relaxing, I think, Epsom salts in there. And I just got to enjoy that. And I was listening to actually some new music from Living Miracles, EDM. I was just like listening to it while just resting there. So it was just miraculous. Something I've actually wanted to take a bath for like 10 years. And everything in divine spirit timing, but it was funny. It was like this. And not only that, I was just remembering that when we were gonna go do this dog and house sit in Truckee, California, the owner actually recommended, like, we didn't even have to ask. They said, yeah, please, like, we just got our whole bathroom remodeled. Please use our bath. Use our e-bikes.
Use our e-bikes. They're awesome.
So it just, and even where they lived, that whole area with the mountain, the pines, it was like this idyllic thing. I would, you know, from a personal standpoint, I would want to live there, choose to live there. And it just came in effortlessly. And, you know, one of those dogs, the one that was so with us, it was just so beautiful. I've never experienced such an obedient dog. Like, where you could take her off a leash and she runs free. She was like this, she was I feel reflecting this part of the mind of just like totally letting go. Like she would go almost like primal,
Oh,
but in a beautiful way, like
Yeah.
really let go.
yeah.
And then as soon as you would say her name, she'd turn around or she'd come back, or like she was really
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
And we played fetch and all these
Yeah.
things. And I've never actually had that experience with a dog before. I've seen it in movies and all that, but I've never had the experience of like you throw a ball or a stick and they run after it in full joy, grab it, and come back and drop it at your feet.
Yeah,
I was like,
with an
what?
extra, she would like do it like
And-
this, so it would drop on your lap.
And
yeah.
she would never get tired.
No.
It was like, I've experienced it maybe a few times, and I was like, no, I'm done. But so it was just such
Yeah.
a feeling of joy, of representation.
Yeah, and also so much acceptance, because she would really listen to us like any second, and sometimes when I would be firm with her, she would totally accept it, and then the next moment she would be like so happy all over again for the next moment. She was so in the now, like she didn't hold any grudge. She was just there to just love and be with us. Like most mornings when we would wake up, she was in front of our door. Or when I would go to the toilet and then come back, she was in front of the bathroom door. So that was like, it's so beautiful to witness. It felt like spirit in a way.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
wow.
even one of the times I think I was still sleeping a bit, or sleeping in a little. You left the door open, and then she, when you weren't there, she like jumped on the bed and then came to like rest right next to me. It was so sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was beautiful. Yeah, and just those witnesses, it's
Mm.
it's very important. And then we came back here, and in where Jean lives, and then there was a house move for us because she had gotten her next steps. We had this
Yeah.
beautiful joining of a few days with Jason and Elena, and she gotten her next steps clear.
Yeah.
And we've been praying with her as well. But then it all that you can hear about in her Tribe show, that was on Monday, and the replay is on Tribe. But it was
Tribe of Christ.
Tribe of Christ. But how that all went and how she got her next steps, it was so miraculous in a way. And so we felt to be a full support of her for her next steps, and which included a house move.
Yeah.
Well, everyone knows those things are they can be very intense. And she also shared about that on Monday, like how not intense it was this time, which was a total miracle for her. And we just felt to fully support her, and we had to move within, I think, 3 days.
Yeah. It was
And-
all very fast. That
Very
was done,
fast,
but
very sudden, but it all worked. And then what I saw is that I'm starting to realize more and more, like, these travels are not for Natalie or the body. Like, that's why I was saying, like, it doesn't really matter how many miles away we go or kilometers, or it's just every new environment, it brings something new in the mind. And this house move, again, this whole tendency of control, and I know better. And at one point we were handling some boxes around in the new house, and I had so much attack thoughts coming up towards you. Like, I felt like you didn't hear Jean, I felt like you weren't doing enough, I felt like there were so many, like, I felt you were handling the box wrong. I was like, what is happening? Like, certain moving boxes, I was like, boom, 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 boom. And I've noticed that before, that like the one you love the most becomes like an enemy in your mind. But I felt in that moment like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I might have had it completely wrong. You might have heard her better. You might have done the boxes the way it should go. Like, I don't want to attack you in my mind anymore. And then from that moment on, like, this felt like a huge revelation in my mind. Anytime I felt you were doing something wrong, I just took it back and like, no, he's not doing anything wrong. Like, nothing is going wrong here. And then how can I be helpful? Like, do I need to take a step back? Or do I need to sit down? And then I think at one point even we've both felt I needed a timeout.
Right, Natalie needed a timeout. Okay. You can just sit there and rest, have some water,
Yeah, and I needed it because for me, when I stop when I start doing things on my own, like I start to become like a little dizzy. Instead of doing it with the spirit, when I'm in the flow, I will trip on certain items, and like especially with a house move, you don't want to trip, you don't want to fall. So I took my own time out. It's like, and I sat there, and that felt great to just sit back and do nothing and just see you guys, because because yeah, even the relationship with Jean and you is just amazing to watch. You guys are so in tune with each other and so in this gentleness with each other, and you guys really understand what you guys have the same sort of dynamics or same sort of things you guys are going through, and just watching how you guys work with each other is just amazing. So I was just watching and like having a time out and felt like I was watching my favorite TV show with people I loved so much. And yeah, that was like this big revelation, like how amazing that we have this journey where we have the tools to learn how to love one another truly and forgive, and how to do that. I was just so grateful in that moment. Yeah, like wow, this is actually amazing. This is all I want. You know, I want the healing, I want the forgiveness, but it's in my mind. It's not outside of me. I have to take it back to my mind. So that was like a second huge thing.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, you didn't know that I shared it just right before with you that this is what happened.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, and then the third thing was that since we're here, we're kind of feeling some next steps, and we've had all these amazing invites in the US, and then even some things are trickling in from Europe. And we were like, we gotta make a choice. We gotta like figure it out. Like, can we go from here? Like we have been doing. Like, can we go from here to here and from here to here? And what are the prices? And then we were like, okay, let's. You started not feeling good.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. Like figuring out, like the words figuring out what to do have been incredible, to just see that, like how much we think we have our safety in trying to figure it out. And then we both like went to the toilet to prepare for the park, and I realized that I still believe I need something outside of me to feel mentally sane, to not get into a depression, to feel spirit. Like our host Jean left yesterday, and we have this beautiful house to ourselves, and I'm like, oh no, how am I gonna feel the spirit now? Or when I'm not listening to Living Miracles things or videos or movies, how am I gonna feel the spirit now? How am I gonna be awakened now? How am I gonna stay in this joy that I feel whenever I am in the flow? And so I realized that I still think it is a necessity for me. Like I need something outside of me, not spirit, like a human being or whatever, money or whatever it is. I need something outside of me, and then I can feel safe, and then I know I won't like go down. And I was like, maybe I don't. Maybe I can just be, and if I don't feel good for a moment, I don't feel good for a moment, but it doesn't mean, oh my god, now I'm like down and out and in the gutter and ready for whatever, like I need help. But I do need help, but I feel I made a lot of fear-based choices instead of going for something in full joy. So that was a realization, like I don't want to make a choice from a place of fear anymore, or a place of lack. I don't want to think I need something outside of me. Like even you, if we're not connected, oh my god, for me, like all my alarm bells go off. Like, oh my god, this is it. I'm gonna die, or I'm gonna get depressed again. Like it's not working. I'm not doing the course right. It's like, what if I'm just okay right now with not, it will come again. The joy and the spark and it will come. But it's not up to me.
I think a lot of the deep spiritual teachings around the world point to this, that this too shall pass. It's like all those feelings, but at some level they have to be allowed. It's like it has to be seen, like faced, and then it can be released. But if we don't actually look at it, it's like we don't even know what we're releasing, so you can't release it. Because I feel our natural inheritance, our natural state is joy, is peace. But it's so covered over with like all these other parts in the mind, and maybe habits of fear that we all experience or develop in this life. And I think that's like the name of the game, to keep seeing all these habits or belief and questioning them in the sense of like, okay, now that I'm really seeing it and I'm looking at it, because normally they just happen unconsciously and we just never notice it, but now with this intention to look at our minds, it's like, okay, we're looking at it and we see, okay, this is what I'm experiencing. Wow, this is what I'm experiencing. Okay, does it serve me? Do I like how I feel? Is this how I want my life to be? And I think when there's a chance to really clearly see it, and there are different tools and techniques or whatever, but then I think we can actually make like a different choice, go in a different direction in our mind, back towards our natural inheritance. Like, okay, no, I don't want to hold on to this. I'm not even in charge of like having to let it go. I just have to stop like feeding it. And that's what I see. It's like for myself or anyone, like if I keep making fear-based decisions, then I'll keep getting fear-based results. And so if I follow the spirit, follow the joy, inspiration, like if that's my intention, I don't know what that's going to look like, then we'll get more of those results. And so the other thing we were realizing is like, okay, well, maybe we don't personally have to figure these things out, because that's more like the ego's doctrine. That's that part of the mind of like isolation, separation. I have to figure it out. If it's meant to be, it's up to me, and I feel the spirit can use everything, but it's all like, it's all a different voice. So you mentioned community or these different things, and it can all be used, but where is it coming from? Am I following my joy towards it, or am I just afraid of something else happening, so therefore I need it? And that's I've seen that thought a lot over the years, and I think that's something, like, we're not guilty for it, but it's something to practice and learn to be honest about. Where am I coming from with everything? What is it for? What is my intention? How am I using the people and the things in my life? Am I using it as opportunities to give, or follow the spirit in a way, or am I just, I don't know, afraid of facing certain things, and using it in that way, fear-based decision making.
It's like, since I got into the Course in Miracles a few years ago, I've experienced so many moments of joy and bliss. Like, you think you know what joy and bliss or joy is? No, like, it's way above. Like, it's like flying. It's like you're plugged in. Something that I've heard this Indian saint, Amma, who's like our hugging saint. She once explained, like, I feel I'm just plugged in all the time. and while others like plug in every once in a while, and get like charged. And anytime I feel I'm not plugged in, I'm not like exuberant with joy, I feel I'm doing something wrong. And just like, well, maybe it's exactly perfect how it should be, but I don't want to choose from this place of I'm not feeling this right now, so I should be doing something else. It's like, okay, no, just like sync with what is right now.
Yeah, I think something that the Spirit keeps reminding me that I want to, keep practicing is like I will step back and let Him lead the way. And yet, I mean, there is like an active component in that, but I feel in general it's like if something is meant to happen and we are very open to it and we're asking for it, then I feel like we can't miss it or can't mess it up. Like it'll make itself obvious, and that's even a lot of the prayer we use a lot of times. Like, okay, Spirit, make it obvious. It's this or that, but okay, now I'm just done with all the decisions. So please just make it obvious. Because I want joy, I want miracles. I want to feel activated. I want to feel, but in this peace and this love. And lead me. I want to learn to follow because I want joy. So I feel that is the experience, and I forget that a lot myself, but I feel that is, I feel that's what the Spirit keeps reminding me.
To choose only to joys, to choose only from this place of like total joy, not from this place of fear. Only when we feel a total spark. And sometimes, our mighty sometimes have to help us and be like, no, I really feel this is the way, and you're just in this stream and you're going towards it. I mean, that's beautiful too. Like, He won't leave you comfortless. But choosing from the spark.
And I think there's this part of like allowing others, as guided, but be a part of the prayer, be a part of the guidance. And that's where, when we've maybe really focused or gotten kind of clogged down logistics or things like that, I think at least lately that's been our lesson. Okay. Or a reminder from the Spirit, like, okay, pray with your brothers, like open up. Like miracles are a collaborative venture, is part of the teachings of the Course. You are to be with your brother, your sisters. It's like they're meant to be a part of the path. That is the pathway of A Course in Miracles. It's like it's through the relationships with people. It's not like a solo journey of isolation. So.
That felt good. I really wanted
fun.
to share this.
Thank you for sharing. Right when you said that, it was 3333.
Oh, great. Well, thank you so much. And I also want to thank like Dylan and Eric, because we had beautiful opportunities to share our stories like with both of them, like, and it was so nice to just have this space together, first with Dylan, where we could just share and join and hear each other out and learn and join, and then the next day with Eric, like from a different perspective. There's more a lot of spirituality, like there's not just A Course in Miracles, and that was also so interesting to just really explore with him and have that time with him. And so I also really just want to thank both of them and everyone who's been watching those interviews, because they felt really precious to us.
Yeah,
We just
those are
extend
beautiful.
in those ways. So, thank you all.
Oh,
And
thank you.
many, many blessings.
Mm.